Over the weekend, Colonial Pipeline, operator of the 5,500-mile conduit for gas, diesel, and other refined products to the East Coast, was shut down by a cyber attack via ransomware. This is just another example of an attack that shows how vulnerable our infrastructure really is. This is the Digital Prepper, and today I'll be talking a bit on what happened with this cyber attack, how it's affecting us, and what you can do now to prepare. Before we get started, I just want to remind you guys that if you do like the video and want to discuss anything regarding digital preparedness, or just preparedness in general, leave a like, comment, and subscribe to see more like this. With that being said, let's get started. So what happened? The Colonial Pipeline, which delivers about 45% of the fuel used along the eastern seaboard, shut down last Friday after a ransomware attack by a gang of criminal hackers that calls themselves DarkSide. DarkSide has roots in Eastern Europe, and they say that their goal was to make money and not create problems for society. They stole almost 100 gigabytes worth of data hostage and were threatening to leak it out onto the internet. The ransomware that they used in the attack did not spread to any critical systems that control the pipeline's operation. However, it could have had they not preemptively shut down their operations. Colonial Pipeline has stated that they would be back online and restore service to the majority of the pipeline by this Friday. However, there are huge concerns that this could get worse. Code like the kind that locked up Colonial Pipelines can be tweaked and sold to other hackers to create more large-scale attacks like this and like the water treatment cyber attack that happened not too long ago. Hackers are becoming more brazen in attacking critical infrastructure like our electric grids, pipelines, and hospitals, and according to US federal and private officials, an investigation that took place after this attack showed poor security practices at Colonial Pipeline. They have not answered questions about what kind of investment it made in protecting its networks, and they've refused to say whether or not they were paying the ransom. They've also even refused support from government agencies. I do feel like companies like this, as well as other government infrastructures, need to step up their securities. Otherwise, the consumers, us, are always going to feel the impact of these attacks. With that all being said, how is it affecting us now? Well, the pipeline carries 2.5 million barrels of diesel, gas, and jet fuel a day, which is 45% of the East Coast's supply. United States fuel prices at the pump rose 6 cents per gallon, or to an average of $2.96 per gallon for regular unleaded gas. This past Sunday, the United States government relaxed rules on fuel being transported by road to minimize disruption to supply. And because of this attack, fuel is now stranded at refineries in Texas. Analysts are stating that if this isn't fixed, Atlanta and Tennessee would be the first to be affected, and this could chain all the way up to New York. This has already caused issues with people not being able to get gas at the pumps, and because people are returning to the roads, demand for fuel is rising, so this honestly is a terrible time for something like this to happen. Now, what can you do to prepare? How you can prepare for this does depend on what access you currently have. If you can get gas where you are, especially if you're in the East Coast, get it now. Always remember to fill up your tanks when you get below 70%. So you can always leave home with essentially a full tank and won't have to worry about not having gas. If you have gas cans, get those filled as well. You should always have some gas stored for emergencies. If you are planning on keeping gas for long-term purposes, remember to rotate it or add a fuel stabilizer so it doesn't go bad. I don't believe personally that this is going to have as much as a ripple effect as other people think. However, if this does not get fixed, or if something else does happen while this is all going down, that could all change. This incident does highlight the risk that ransomware can pose to critical national infrastructure, not just businesses, and it does show that we all need to think about things that we might have not thought about when it comes to staying prepared, as larger scale issues like this have a tendency to affect us all as consumers. If you did like the video, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe to get more videos like this that will help you with your digital preparedness. If you do have any ideas for more videos or want to share your experiences with prepping, leave a comment down below. Stay safe, stay prepared, more digital prepping to come.